Last time I first party.
I have nothing good to say, people. The only thing I gotta say is, this ending sucks. I sure hope Chapter 7 is way better than this.
Now let's continue where we left off.
GMJ here, starting Chapter 7. And I can't believe that Chapter 6, wow. It amazed me. Determination. I don't know what's going to happen. Everybody's gone except for Ayumi. It's the end of the world as we know it. The sound of fire trucks and patrol cars echoed through the streets. The sky was dark. The air scaled and the many strongs, cold gust of wind bore a mass amount of dust and debris. I didn't envy the reporter her job, as she seemed more moments from being blown off her feet. But, to her credit, she persevered. Behind her, there was a black shadow of an old man. I'm here reporting on what's been dubbed the nationwide ghost disaster state, which local representatives claim is now in effect as of last night. The strings of unexplained and potential unexplained deaths have been plaguing the city's present, show no sign of letting up. God damn! We went from 2 dots to 200 dots. Suspicious and sudden demise, homicides with unknown motives, and report of paranormal visitations are all increasing at an alarming rate. The police force in each prefectures are still weighing their options of dealing with an issue. The few have many made official statements thus far. Frustratingly, the old man's shadow of the background began actually stangling, jumping in place, and making various other aimless motions. It's blurry now. The Metropolitan Police, meanwhile, has suggested that all local travel to a safe location in groups of 3 or more as soon as possible, remaining indoors until further notice. The sudden devastation appeared of the black pillars throughout Japan last night has also led the MLIT to declare a state of emergency, setting up disaster shelters and lockouts. Official words from local bureaus on how these pillars are effective traffic, the status of damage to the rivers, as well as any countermeasures being taken can be seen here. Experts have analyzed the pillar's composition and conclude that they're made of a previous unknown material. They've tossed around names like spirit matters and entity walls. Due to their rapid growth of the complete inability of even seismographs to predict where they may spawn, the numbers of casualties is quite high, and global tensions are even higher. Everything up to and including industrial cutters and blades have been employed in an attempt to cut through these objects, but with absolutely no effect. The Ministry of Defense of using JSPD data to explore the strong possibilities that these pillars are related in some ways in the aerial spheres that hovered in our skies only days ago. I have here a list of a newly appointed relief shelters, so if you live in one of these designated evacuation areas, please take note of the information on your screen. The information is also available in our website and through our mobile apps, but do note that any gymnasiums and schools shown in white are full, so you'll need to look elsewhere. We strongly recommend that you proceed in the nearest open facility as soon as possible. But if these things can sprout up anywhere without a warning and give you no time to escape, evacuation is meaningless. There's not a damn thing anybody can do to stay safe. Whether you die or not, just dump luck. When the hell are the police going to get off their asses and make a statement? Are they scared of public outcry? Are they hiding something? The middle-aged announcer was yelling at the top of his lungs, and in an absolute frenzy, he kicked his studio desk at the ground. A black shadow of a woman could be seen behind him. Well then, Everybody's going crazy. And there we are, watching TV. Class rep. Shinozaki. Ayumi. Shinozaki. Huh? Everybody's here. What the hell's going on? Thank you for bringing us back to life. You mean I did it? Hell no, man. We are being punked. Where's the camera? But a whole lot more people have died now. Huh? The room grew dark, and each of the 4 figures who stood before me slowly melted into the blackness, becoming silhouetted. Even Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinuma have died. So many people gone. What's this? Even we haven't actually been revived? Huh? Whimper. What was it you were trying to do again, Ayumi? No. No! I screamed and looked up. It was just a dream. I was at home, watching TV. Triple dots. I scrunched myself up again, putting my face to my knees. Bringing them back. Bringing them back. Bringing them back. I was like a broken record that day, but it was a doomed idea from the start. Everything I've done has been pointless, so what do I do now? I thought I could revive them. I really did. I mean, if I can come back from Yoshi's house, despite those injuries, and losing my sister, and everybody should be able to come back. I raised my face from my knees, eyes red and burning. Then, as if I had enough tragedy in my life, I heard a loud crash just outside my house. Okay, so that's what I heard. I was curious what the heck I just heard. That's why I was stuttering for a second there. It was unmaskably a car wreck, and a rather severe one at that. Oh no, don't let it be your mother. The car alarm was going off, but I was trying my best to ignore it. I didn't need that right now, so I simply wasn't going to bother with it. Sis, what do I do? Sis. Sis. Up next, we've learned that the CEO of PL Promotum Co. Inc. is among those who've gone missing. Oh yeah, it's a good thing we left. We didn't really want to hear that. Oh, that is just swell. I'm in the house. The car alarm outside was still going off, and it was getting harder and harder to ignore it by the second. Somebody ringing? What? Who's? Whoever was ringing my doorbell was really, really persistent. The irregular sound brought my back to reality. Who the hell could be knocking at the door in this hour? I crept over to the peephole and silently looked through it to see who's my visitor be me at this hour. On the other side of the door stood a man I didn't recognize. He had a short hair, and he was pressing the chim frantically as if his life depended on it. Who is that? I was kind of creeped out. I really shouldn't open the door. Is she opening the door? I moved away from the peephole. Oh, okay, I just can't move. Okay, are you gonna open the door? The persistent ringer continued for a bit, but then finally, thankfully, came to an abrupt halt. I slowly crept back to the people and took another look. The man was still there. He was just pacing back and forth in place in front of the house that, for all he knew, had no occupants. Something like that. After another short while, he approached the door again and immediately put an eye right in the outside of the peephole. Holy crap. If I move now, he'll totally know I'm here. The man moved his head away, but quickly replaced it with his finger, which he swirled around and around inside the tight space as if trying to reach my eye, or poke it out. Then he stepped away from the door. I could have taken this opportunity to slowly move away from the people, but I was oddly transfixed. Thank God. Now all he has to do is leave. Of course, the second I thought that, he came back to the door yet again. And yet again, he slipped the doorbell and went straight for the people. What does he want? Why isn't he saying anything? This is really creeping me out. Well, fine then. I'll just open the door and give him a piece of my mind. She's got that angry face, too. I grabbed the doorknob as went momentarily away and following through with that plane. And suddenly... Ayumi! Gasp. Sachiko? Don't open it! What? He's dead. Sachiko! I slowly turned to look at her. The Nirvana is the world of the dead. And that world is coming here. We're all fudged. Whew. Then, there was an oddly familiar sound. Another car accident. Again, right outside my door. Uh-oh. Should we open that door? This time, I looked outside through the people and saw the man from earlier, sandwiched between a car and a wall of one of the houses across the street. He was absolutely mangled. Gasp! But after only a few moments, the man's corpse disappeared, leaving nothing but a shadow in its place on the wall, and ground alike, a black stain. Yep. What is this? What's happening to the world? Not that I even really had to ask. Is this from breaking down the wall of the Nirvana? I wasn't just asking myself. I was asking Sachiko, whose presence still remained just behind my back. I like how I switch voices like that. No comment, huh? But she just looked up at me with sad eyes. Hey, that's bull. I see smiles right there. Make up your mind, game. That person just now was one of the deceased, and if he turned into a black stain, then oh, right. No, it couldn't be. I pulled my smartphone from my pocket and forced myself to remain calm enough to access the photo, but then just stopped and stared. Whimper. God, no. Sob, sob, sob. Herng. The photo displayed on my phone, which was now on the floor. Holy crap. Everybody's disappearing. No longer had just my friends from before the blackout faces, but Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinuma as well. Dang. Well, I pounded the floor with both hands and shuddered violently. Yeah, that's tough, girl. Losing all your friends. Thou shalt repent. Oh, the end of the world is nigh. Oh, God shall not forgive those who art unclean and indiscreet. God, this is slow. Oh, is this really what they're just saying? Some contest group was speaking on TV. I guess the news must have ended at some point when I wasn't paying attention. The end of the world, huh? This time, I was just plain talking to myself. She's alive! How did I know she was still alive? That's right. The end. Who'd ever thought the last remaining Yagori could have enough suicide bomber's determination to dream up something like this? Meguri appeared in my hallway. I had no idea how long she'd been there, nor how she'd gotten in. I noticed she still had her heels on, though. It's you! I stood up, and Sachiko was, as always, waiting in the wings behind me. I came back with the Ever After stones. Used them in mid-air while I was falling down the bell tower. Heavenly Host is totally destroyed though, so these are just plain ordinary stones now. To demonstrate, Meguri snapped the two together. Nirvana, I summon the dead. See? I probably flinched, but she was right. Nothing happened. Within the next few hours, the world will be totally blanketed in chaos. It's going to be the new land of the dead. Sucks, huh? This is seriously the cataclysms. And to top it all off, that's my order on TV there. Fucking shameless, aren't they? Even I've got to draw the line at that point. She pulled back her chin and flashed me a strange smile. Oh, yeah. Your parents went crazy and joined, so you know. This day couldn't have been much worse for me. Are you okay leaving things like this then? Meguri wasn't minking words, it seems. Whimper. I held my head in both hands and looked down to the ground. If you feel responsible, come with me for a bit. I have something to discuss with you about your bloodline. Meguri approached me and grabbed my arms. Well, it's not like I have a choice, do I? Arrgh. That's right, Sachiko. Show him the little growl. Sachiko, still right behind me, began to growl like a guard dog. Get your hands off of me. I can't even save my friends. I can't do anything. I don't know what the hell difference the blood of the Shinozaki is supposed to make, but I'm just Ayumi, and Ayumi's worthless. Besides, the person who's first introduced the Nirvana to this would be Yoshi, not me. I screamed, as loudly and as fiercely as I could. I didn't do anything wrong. I closed my eyes and cried the hardest I've ever cried, sobbing so intense that I found myself nearly hyperventilating. Ah! Gah! Oh man. Meguri slapped me down to the ground. You're one stubborn bitch, you know that? Get a hell of an ego too. Or got in hell of an ego too. God damn it. For once in your life, just suck it up. Whimper, hick, hick. I held my cheeks and continued sobbing. Meguri was looking down on me with contempt in her eyes, but also a certain intensity that seems more akin to desperation than anything. Ayumi Shinozaki, here's one fact you should know. Once the seventh pillar, the Sephoric of knowledge, starts up, it's all over. The end of the world is carved in stones. However, Meguri closed in on me as if our lips were about to touch. Or wait, no, she said. Yeah, I don't know what that's considered. Sachiko growled again. Yeah, that was a growl. Okay, I thought that was a growl, but I didn't know. But Meguri was clearly not intimidated in the slightest. The Book of Shadows isn't gone yet. What? You came in contact with the original book, so since you draw the blood of the Shinozaki, you may yet be able to fight Masudo. I was still hesitating, and Meguri apparently didn't much like that. God, just come the fuck on. Whoopsie. Microphone came out. Easy fix, don't worry. Easy fix. Yeah, we're good. We're back in business. Suddenly, Megari was pulling up the top of my uniform. My plump white stomach was now fully exposed. That piece of shit book is right here. Spot just below my belly button. What? As she did so, my stomach started glowing with an unearthly roar and shifted in place slightly. Eek! It was almost like there was a snake slithering around inside of me. I'm glad Sachik was there, growling. Sure would have been nice if you noticed that a little sooner. That thing's been sleeping inside you since that first used its power in the basement of Yoshi Shinozaki's estate. Meguri closed her arms and snorted. Of course, it's only a container. Nothing's in it right now. Grrr. Heh. Growling like a cocky bastard. The growl came from within its own body, surrounded like that of a wild beast. There's no way. Is this for real? I was actually tricked pretty good. Originally, the Elder sent me to support you in your effort to obtain the Book of Shadows from the other realm, among other things. Oh, okay. But of course, that still means I was planning on stealing it from you as soon as you got your hands on it. Okay. Now, though, that doesn't matter. If the world's going to pot, there's not really any means in becoming the heir to the Martubis anymore, is there? And that's just fucking sucks. And that's just fucking sucks. Man, my English is terrible, people. So terrible that I need to take a little break and end this video here. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to become a legend. I'll see you guys on the next episode. I'm GMJ. Peace out. Would be, at this point, the only way I'd be able to go through with it was to clear my mind. And yet my arms make the motion automatically. And before I knew it, that's exactly what I did. What? What? Wait a minute. Was this part of the script?